Johnny Rowland, your host of Guns and Gears. Welcome to today's program, friends. Have a great show for you. Let me remind you, if you have a question about something you saw on the show, or you need to contact us, or you have a question about times and dates for our shows, go to our website. It's posted there, gunsandgears.tv. Again, gunsandgears.tv. If you forget what our schedule is, if you have a question about a particular product you saw on our show, go to the website. If you want to order 460 Rowland pistol kits, of course, go to the website. We have some other things that we'll be offering as well, so don't miss it. You ought to at least check our website at least once a week just to see what we're doing. Glad to have you with us. We have a great show for you. You know, friends, many times you've heard me say here on the program, when I pick up a firearm, any firearm, I'll check it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Looking in the chamber, looking down in the gun. And you say, well, heck, Johnny, you know, I'm a careful person. I can just look in there one time and see if it's loaded. That'd be safe. Well, let's see about that. Now, friends, we have our little Ruger 2245 semi-automatic pistol, rimfire 22. You've seen this on the program before. This is one of the very best guns of its type, regardless of price. And let's see if it's loaded. Now, we've got, of course, got a magazine in place here. And let's pull that bolt back and just see. Well, you know, there's the chamber right there. There's no bullet inside. I can see the magazine's loaded. Well, we'll take the magazine out. But you see, in the chamber itself, there's no cartridge in place. So let's go ahead and take the magazine out. Okay, and here's our loaded magazine. Now then, we've checked it once. Is it loaded or not? Now, we just saw there wasn't one in the chamber, and we've taken the magazine out. Is it loaded or not? Well, let's just see. It's pointed in a safe direction. Magazine's out of the gun. These guns will fire without a magazine in it. A lot of them will. Let's just see. Push safety off. And we've got our target there. Well, what do you think about that? Yes, indeed. How's that possible? We checked the chamber first, and we saw the chamber was empty. Then we took out the magazine, and it still fired. How's that possible? Okay, simple thing here. What happened, we did it out of sequence. Loaded magazine here, of course. We looked in the chamber, see, but we forgot about the ones in the magazine. When we let that bolt down, what happens? It loads itself. Then we took the magazine out, and we didn't realize that indeed the gun was loaded. So that's why. You see, if we check the gun, like I said, 3 times, all right, we do the same, even if we made the same mistake of doing it out of sequence. No bullet in chamber, no cartridge in chamber. Release this, take the magazine out, even then. But see, we have 2 more times to check it. Well, guess what? Oops, now we found our errant cartridge there. And then, see, we caught it on the second check of the action. And then, just to be sure that we saw what we thought we saw, check it one more time. Now, we know for sure, beyond any shadow of a doubt, this gun is empty and safe to be handled. Another common mistake people make, especially on semi-automatic pistols, they will pick up the gun, see the safety in place, and first thing they'll do, they will drop the magazine. Okay, well, that's a good idea, of course, but we still may have a loaded gun. Well, people who don't know much about guns, typically, and some that do, just make mistakes. And you know what, friends? Even one accidental discharge is more than we want, because these are very powerful tools, firearms, and we just can't afford to take chances. So what happens when you take the magazine out? A few guns have magazine safeties. A lot of them do not. Well, of course, if one's in the chamber, magazine or not, it will, you know, it's going to go off. So that's why I want to really impress upon, because guns are exciting. They're a lot of fun. They're great power tools. And we want our sport, our hobby, to be as safe as possible. So, friends, check them 1, 2, 3. 3 times. You know, the third time is sort of a fail-safe, but it only takes, we're not talking about it takes 15 minutes to do this. We're talking 1, 2, 3, just seconds. So let's be safe and not sorry. You know, friends, gun safety is the cheapest and most effective insurance against having a firearms accident.
Stay tuned for more Guns and Gears.
Would you like to know the secret of being the greatest father in the world? From barroom brawls to wrestling bears and then being labeled as one of the greatest fathers ever. And it all started at a hunting lease. I'm Mark Pittman, and this book will change your life forever. For more information or reviews, go to raisingcold.com or pick up the book at any of the major bookstores. You'll be glad you did.
This is a great gift for fathers of any age. Get it at raisingcold.com or at your favorite bookseller.
Fun Ford Weekend is an organization developed by Ford enthusiasts to promote Ford drag racing and car show events. Fun Ford Weekend is dedicated to the growth and development of Ford performance. They provide an enjoyable and fun-filled atmosphere for racers and fans. Go to funfordevents.com and check the schedule to see which of the 14 events you can attend this year.
Power, performance, reliability, confidence. The standards by which we expect our vehicles to perform by. ATS Performance makes those products that put the power to the ground. With our line of high-performance torque converters and transmissions, you can feel confident about putting the power to the ground and getting to where you need. ATS Performance, paving the way for the diesels of today.
Presenting Johnny Rowlands' newest CD, On the Highway.
On the highway, that's where I dream. It's my Mustang. How about four? I got a Mustang. Get on board. Got a Mustang. Ahead of the rest. My Mustang. Simply because you.
And other great songs from Johnny Rowlands. $12.95 plus shipping and handling. Order your CD On the Highway with Johnny Rowlands at gunsandgears.tv. Order now.
Ladies and gentlemen, today we're in Provo, Utah, and this is David Kirkham, and we are at a most unique facility. David, I noticed this is a very familiar shaped car here in the background. Tell us what you folks do here, please, sir.
Well, we make replicas of the old original cars. We took our original 427 Cobra, the CSX 3104, and we copied it. And I went to a MiG fighter factory in Poland with my brother. It was my brother Thomas's idea to go there. And we called them up on the phone, actually sent them a fax one day and asked them if they wanted to make some cars for us, aluminum body cars, because we saw one of the fighter jets that they had made, which was over here. And they said sure, and that was about 10 years ago. And off started the company. For our 10th year anniversary, we made this car right here out of copper. It's kind of interesting. You ask, why would we make the car out of copper? Well, we kind of did it just to see if we could do it. It was our, like I say, it was our 10th year anniversary. This isn't plated, this isn't painted, this is literal sheets of copper that were flat, that by hand our artisans and our craftsmen in Poland took and beat into this shape. And we're really happy, we're really proud. We anticipate making about 10 of these cars. If you were to look inside, I don't know if the camera will get in there, but this chassis was made out of stainless steel. This is our 289 FIA car. There's some very interesting differences with the car. This is one of my personal favorites in terms of its shape. If you notice, the hood on the 289 FIA car is welded right in, or the hood scoop is welded right into the hood here, whereas on the 427 cars, like on the copper car here, the hood scoop is actually riveted onto the hood. The 289, the nose on the 289 car is very small. It's kind of a D shape, where on the 427 it's large. The oil cooler scoop on the original 289 cars, they didn't have one. They just cut a hole down in the valence right underneath the nose. On the 427 cars, the oil cooler scoop is molded in right below the intake for the radiator. You can see the location of the gas filler is in a different place on the 289 cars and the 427s. The 289 car has it right behind the passenger seat, where the 427 puts it back on the right rear fender, and it's flushed in. They both use the same gas cap, though. The side of the car has cut back doors. If you look on the 427, they kind of have a bowl shape which goes back towards the back of the car. On the 289 car, they actually cut back in towards the front of the car. They did that so they could put bigger tires on the 289 cars. This is a copy of the original 42-gallon gas tank that's so famous. You can see in order to get 42 gallons of gas into the back of the car, they had to do some very interesting and creative things. For instance, the back of the gas tank you can see is pitched out and comes back in a trapezoid shape. The gas tank is much thicker in the back than it is here in the front. It slopes up. And then they had pontoons that go up around the trunk. The trunk sits down in this area here, and the wheel, they made an extra cutout right here for the wheel, and they push this back. The body itself wraps right around this. This is our stainless steel chassis that we make for our cars. This is an upgraded version. The original car, of course, had a steel chassis. We buy tons and tons of aluminum, billets, blocks, plates, extrusions. This is a block of an aircraft alloy 2024. This will turn into a brake caliper. We'll machine a brake caliper completely out of this block at probably here in the next week. This is our polished car. We make a lot of cars nowadays. People want them polished. They want something different. They want to stand apart. Very popular option nowadays. We'll take the aluminum bodies, we'll sand them, file them, and get rid of all of the imperfections in the body and turn it into a mirror polish just like this one here. It's very common for customers to have a sand stripes in to their car. This car doesn't have the sanded stripes because the customer will be painting his own stripes on the car. He'll leave the car in the polished state, but he'll just be painting stripes over the top to make it quite beautiful. This right here is a cutaway rim that we use for when we're doing research and development and engineering on making our new suspension pieces, especially our lightweight suspension pieces. Here you can see the pin drive hubs. The pins actually bolt onto the hub here, and they actually sink right into the wheel. The wheel is only held on with one nut. Right here, it was in the old days, that's how they were able to change the wheels on the cars faster. Instead of having to change out 5 or 6 lug nuts, they would actually just take a hammer and hit this wing nut to take it off. This is called either a knockoff or a wing nut, and the reason they call it a knockoff is because they would take the hammer to hit it off. This car we have right here is a very typical car that we would deliver to a customer. Although this is a high-end car because it has a lot of options on it, generally this is how cars are delivered to our customers. If you look down inside there, you can see it has some of our very popular options of the stainless steel heat shields around the foot boxes to prevent the heat from going into the driver's feet. Has the stainless steel steering shafts just so they'll last a long time and not have to rust with very little maintenance. This particular car has a stainless steel chassis. The finish on this car is an optional finish. It's the brushed aluminum finish. He has the optional polished in stripes that you can see on the car. You can see inside there's no engine or transmission. We don't install engines or transmissions in our cars. We leave that up to the customers. We of course can help them to find engine builders if they want specific engines they want to put in their cars. There's a lot of engine builders across the country who we're familiar with. There are a lot of people who can help them install their engines and get them going down the road. If you're interested in more information on Kirkham Motorsports, you can visit us at www.kirkhammotorsports.com, or you can give us a phone call at 801-377-8224.
How would you like to have 44 Magnum Performance on your 1911 style pistol? You can with our 460 Rowland pistol kit, available on our website at gunsandgears.tv. With our 460 pistol kit, you can shoot the super powerful 460 Rowland shell as well as the standard 45 ACP in the same gun. With our 460 pistol kit, you can shoot the super powerful 460 Rowland shell as well as the standard 45 ACP in the same gun. The easily installed kit includes a new custom compensated barrel, custom springs, and a full-length recoil guide. Only $275 plus shipping and handling. Order your conversion kit at gunsandgears.tv. For solid shooting support, Choate Machine and Tools presents the Choate Rifle Stabilizer. Cut your offhand group in half. There's a reason many of the finest gun makers choose Choate Machine and Tool stocks as standard equipment for their guns. Choate has an unbeatable combination of quality and value. To order, call toll-free 1-800-972-6390 or go to riflestock.com for Choate's full product line.
Clark Custom Guns is one of the most famous and greatest names in custom guns worldwide. Jim Clark Sr. set the highest standards for accuracy, reliability, quality, and service. His legacy continues today with Clark Custom Guns' full line of gunsmithing on the best handguns and rifles. Now offering the Clark Gator rifle and other extra special models for the gun enthusiasts who will accept nothing less than the very best in shooting performance. Clark Custom Guns, 318-949-9884.
Georgia Arms wants to be your ammo company. They feature a full line of best quality handgun and rifle ammo delivered right to your door at the lowest prices possible. Whether you have a 9mm or a .357 Magnum or a .454 Casull or one of the great .460 Rowland guns, they've got your ammo. Maybe you want cowboy action shells or Precision Plus long-range hunting ammo with Nosler AccuBond bullets. Maybe you want components to load your own ammo. Well, call them to order 1-800-624-6861 or go online at georgia-arms.com.
Welcome to Choate Machine and Tool. I'm Fred Choate, and we've got some new products to show you. Here's a couple of our newest products for 2005. We've got the Plaster Rifle Stabilizer and our 7615 Police folding stock. The stabilizer will guarantee to cut your offhand groups in half at 100 yards. Makes a real steady shooting platform and just falls out of your way. To adjust it for length, you flip it open, set it to where you want it, lock it, and then to any height, and it folds out of the way if you're walking. It's real quick. And then our new 7615 Police folding stock with the AR type M4 collapsible stock. Fold it, locks folded, locks open. It makes a real handy package in and out of a police car or in and out of a vehicle. And then we also make the same stock for the Remington 870 in 12 and 20 gauge. This stock also fits the 7600 and all the semi-auto and pump Remington rifles. This is Remington's new 7615 Police. It's a 223 pump that takes AR magazines. But this stock will also fit the 20 gauge 870 lightweight frame. But it gives people who need a little bit of adjustment in their stock some help if you're a short statured shooter. Children, this would be a good kid's rifle. Anyone who's familiar with the Remington 870, who shoots an 870 a lot, all the controls on this gun are the same as the 870, the safety and the bolt release. It's just like shooting a regular pump action shotgun. This rifle's in 223. Remington also makes one in 308 that our stocks will fit. This is the same stock on a Remington 870 12 gauge. these stocks are in our upcoming catalog, and they're also on our web page right now. Something else new for the 870 is the 4N with the Picatinny rail. You can mount the little Picatinny rail for your flashlight either on either side or on the bottom. You can get these little rails to fit on your 870 4N. It just mounts with 4 little screws, and it'll take most weapon-mounted lights. The light shines right where the shotgun's pointed, makes it a lot easier for identifying and shooting in low light conditions. You know, you always want to shoot from a rest if you can, but a lot of times it just happens too fast where you can't. And this gives you the opportunity when you have to shoot offhand to have some extra stability. You can bring your rifle up and it's right there. All these parts are available on our website. This is our ultimate varmint stock, like we supply to Savage Arms Company. They have a full-length aluminum bedding block all the way up to the 4N. They get sling swivels through the side like our target stock. Adjustable length of pull, cheek pieces. Comes with the aluminum rail for the bottom of it for your bipod. It's a real solid stock. Has aluminum pillars in it for pillar bedding. Wood is a great material, but it's not the best thing in the world for gun stocks. Plastic just outdoes it. It's more stable in cold weather and wet weather, and you just can't go wrong. These are my 2 daughters, Lindley and Macy. They both shoot guns. They're outdoor sportsmen. Lindley's already killed a turkey this year, and I'm really proud of him. You want to say hi?
Hi. Stay tuned for more Guns and Gears.
We have a special treat for you. What do a 1957 Ford Skyliner and a 2005 Chevy SSR have in common? See for yourself. This car I'm standing next to is a 1957 Ford Skyliner, and as in the Chevrolet SSR and how the top works, you literally have a convertible hardtop. Well, that's exactly what Ford had in 1957, 58, and 59. No, I don't know what they cost. I'd like to know. There weren't very many of these made. Let's show you how it works. By the way, that box there was the trunk in the center. And now down comes the trunk lid. There's a glass rear window. And there you have it.
Hi, I'm Mike Raines at Red River Chevrolet in Bossier City, Louisiana. I'm going to talk to you today about the new SSR. One thing neat about the SSR is the new power retractable top. I want to show it to you. It is a hard top system. All you have to do is get in, crank it up, give it power, because it does drain so much of the battery down. All you do is put your foot on the brake, touch the button. Right now we've got it down, so we're going to push the up. You push it up, the top slowly raises.
And we want to thank Jeff Crockett and Jeffron Air Express and Red River Chevrolet for assisting us in the car feature today. This is a 1971 Ford Mustang Mach 1. Did you know that one of these cars can transport 8 people for 500 or so miles? Well, they can, while pulling a U-Haul trailer full of band equipment. If you have a fun story about your favorite car or truck or motorcycle or firearm, whatever it might be, why don't you get in front of a little camera of some kind and videotape it and send it to us. Send it to Stories, G&G TV, Post Office Box 270883 in Fort Collins, Colorado. The zip code is 80527.